And more reaction from lawmakers is likely to come in all night. Political editor Mark Maxwell is here to break down the reaction and what comes next. Mark?
Well, Mike, what comes next is organized chaos. The Democratic National Convention kicking off in 29 days, just 4 weeks from tomorrow. Thousands of delegates are now unbound and free to nominate and vote for the candidate they prefer to run for president. We're here with 5 on Your Side political analyst Anita Manion and the chair of the Missouri Democratic Party, Russ Carnahan. Mr. Carnahan, first to you. We're hearing from some of those delegates that they are looking to you in the party for guidance. I'm sure your phone is blowing up with a lot of people reaching out to you in the last few hours. How would you instruct delegates to proceed over the next 4 weeks?
Well, first of all, a big shout out to President Biden putting the country first over his own interest, and he will go down in history as a great president. Millions of people voted for this ticket. 4 years ago, 14 million voted just in the primary this year alone. And so I think there's going to be a strong contingent to get behind the vice president to step up as Biden has passed the torch.
The Republicans and the Trump campaign are already attacking Vice President Kamala Harris and using this moment to argue that Democrats aren't very democratic if the elite power brokers at the top of the party can ordain or coronate one candidate over the rest. Should this convention truly be an open one, and what is the healthiest way for the party to bring voters into this convention conversation?
I think that's actually already been done. Like I said, millions of people voted for the Biden-Harris ticket 4 years ago. 14 million, in fact, this year voted.
Well, there wasn't any real competition, and states discouraged other people from running.
Still, she's had the experience. She's been, millions of people have voted for her, and I think there will be a process through the convention to have delegates weigh in. Again, I think this is a jolt of excitement for the party. That's going to change the direction of this race. A
jolt of excitement. Anita Manion, our political analyst, expert political scientist. A lot of Republican political strategists are not thrilled right now. They're having to throw out their game plan they had. They thought they were on cruise control for a clean sweep in November. Now every poll we've seen up until now, you can throw it out. It's meaningless. How steep is that hill for either Vice President Harris or some unknown candidate to climb in just 4 months?
Yeah, it is unprecedented, that word we use all the time. We've never had a president drop out of the race this close to the election. This climb is less steep for Vice President Harris because she's been on the ticket. She also would have access to those campaign funds pretty seamlessly, and she's vetted and run national campaigns. Also, she could very seamlessly work with Biden's current campaign staff, bringing on her own folks, but it would be a more seamless process for her. A little more challenging for anyone else.
She also did just today officially take over the campaign funds. There's a transition. It's now called Harris for President. That campaign paperwork is being filed with the Federal Election Commission. Do Democrats run a risk of just rushing her to the top without having an open floor debate? There's been some Democrats who say it's a healthy discussion.
It would be if we had, primaries that started back in January, February, March, but now we're in this really consolidated timeline. And so I think for the Democrats, a lot of them see a need to unify, focus this campaign, and move forward towards November.
Anita Manion and Russ Carnahan, thank you both for joining us on such short notice in this big moment in presidential politics. We will continue to hear from both of them tonight on The Record just after Sports Plus. Mike?
All right, Mark, thank you very much. And I know you'll be following this breaking news very closely. The Democratic National Convention is going to be historic next month. Mark will be there live, reporting from Chicago every night. Be sure to tune in every night starting August 19th. And our political coverage doesn't end here. Tonight on The Record, we will have expanded coverage and analysis on President Biden dropping out. And we took The Record on the road this week. You want to tune in to our expanded coverage from the Republican National Convention. That's tonight after Sports Plus.